are going to go over the composite of reflecting over two parallel lines. Okay, so first, if we look at that first page, we know it's a translation of 10 to the right. I'm going to move this out just a little bit. So it's x plus 10 comma y, and we should have our first one flipped over -3, our blue one flipped over x equals 2 to get the red. Any questions about this first page? We've gone over this a couple of times, so we should be pretty good, right? All right, let's look at the next page. All right. We again have a translation of 10 units to the left, so that's x minus 10 comma y. We took our first triangle and flipped it over x equals 2. I have a blue triangle there, and then we took that blue triangle and flipped it over the green, giving us this triangle over here. Okay. Next, we have a translation of 10 units to the right. It's x plus 10 comma y. We reflected our first line over x equals -7. Got the green triangle, then reflected it over x equals -2, got the purple. Okay? All right, this is important. This will be on your next quiz, just so you know. The distance from the origin to the end of the triangle is twice the distance of the second. So 2 times the second line of reflection minus the first equals the translation. Okay? So in order to do number 20, I put down a formula to figure it out. Okay? So I took 2 times x minus 4 equals 10. And then I solved. I divided by 2. X minus 4 equals 5. And then I added 4 to both sides, giving me x equals 9. So that is my second line. So first I took it and I reflected it over 4 and then over 9. Yeah. The second minus the first is the most important part of there. Or the difference between the two. Okay, so we could literally count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it by 2. So it's going to be a translation of 10. All right. Any other questions before I move on? We've been translating all of these horizontally. Now we're going to do it vertically. Okay. And again, it's a translation of 10 units down. So it's x comma y minus 10. So first, we translated it over y equals 3, giving me this green triangle, and then translated that over y equals -2, giving the black one at the bottom. Some of you were still doing it horizontally for some reason. You weren't reading it well. Be careful. Okay. You ready to go to the next one? You missed number 12?
Yeah.
Number 12 is x minus 10 comma. Okay. So we've got a translation of 10 units up, so it's x comma y plus 10. We reflected it over y equals -2, then y equals 3. The composite of two reflections over two parallel lines always creates a translation. Always makes a translation. Okay, any other questions on this before I move on?